Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to Ben Travels TV. And coming up next, we continue our journey under the Tuscan sun as we head to a winery in San Gimignano for some good food, wine, hospitality, and good people as we enjoy the picturesque views of the Tuscan hills in Italy as La Dolce Vita continues. You guys aren't gonna want to miss this one, so you gotta stay tuned. All right, welcome back to my channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell so you get notified. Every time we drop a new video, we are back in wine country, one of the most popular wine destinations in the world in Tuscany, Toscana, Italy. Vineyards and olive groves reach out across rolling hills, distant landscapes, dotted with farmhouses and castles, and ancient roads lined by cypress trees. This is what surrounds you as you breeze through the Tuscan hills. The Tuscany wine region has all this and more to offer, from world-class wines to refined gastronomy, a rich history, and cultural heritage. Tuscany vineyards are a microcosm of Italy's delights. Surrounding the city of Florence, the heart of Tuscany, lie the distinguished wine regions of Chianti, Colli, Fiorentini, and Chianti Rufina. These areas, steeped in a rich winemaking tradition, produce some of the most appreciated wines in the world, with vineyards that stretch across rolling hills and ancient wineries nestled amidst stunning landscapes. These regions offer an unparalleled wine experience. The wine estates near Florence blend centuries-old winemaking techniques with the charm of Tuscan hospitality, representing not just remarkable wines, but also a journey into Italy's rich cultural heritage. La Dolce Vita is an Italian phrase that translates to the good life in English. It embodies a concept and lifestyle often associated with the Italian culture and way of life. La Dolce Vita represents a celebration of life's pleasures, embracing a leisurely and indulgent approach to living. When you come to this region, you will be blown away by the beauty of the rolling hills, the green lush landscape, the topography. All of the hospitality here lives up to the hype. I'm going to give you guys a tour of a winery and an estate, plus farm, plus vineyard, and we are going to have a good time. They make movies and novels, of course, like this one, Under the Tuscan Sun, which I like to call chick flicks when I watch with my wife, along with Stealing Beauty and movies like this, which portray somewhat of a fantasy in purchasing a home on the hillside that you renovate, live happily ever after as you sip on wine and indulge in the food and culture, as you see here in Life is Beautiful and many other films such as Tea with Mussolini as well. So our journey continues as we are in San Gimignano. It is a wine city. It is a medieval town, which is nestled right in between Florence and Siena. As you can see here, the map of Tuscany. But like I said, Italy is the #1 wine producing country in the world. And believe it or not, we are in the Chianti Classico region, which is one of the most popular wines in the world. And we were just in Puglia, Apulia, in Salento in southern Italy, as we got to taste the Primitivo wines. You guys can watch that video on my channel as well. There are many different cultures in Italy and many different regions. Everything is different, but where we come to San Gimignano and Tuscany, it is known for its picturesque hills, hospitality, food, wine, and it is a rewarding trip. So as we head to San Gimignano, we met a wonderful taxi driver who transported us around. On the previous videos, I showed you how we got here by train. We are going to tour an estate, farmhouse, and winery, and I'll catch back with you in a bit.
When they have weddings at the cathedral in the center of San Gimignano, and the bride and groom enter from Porta San Giovanni or Porta San Matteo, sometimes they enter with vintage cars of the past.
Dal mese di aprile fino ad arrivare a ottobre qui a San Gimignano in media arrivano dai 50 ai 60 pullman di salire sopra, bisogna andare a piedi.
The highest tower is located in Piazza del Duomo, and the only tower where you can climb it to take pictures.
All right, so we have finally arrived to the Pietraserena. It's 40 acres of hills, including a vineyard, an olive grove, and a copse to ensure biodiversity. It is here in the Siena region, just a little under 1,000 feet above sea level, that they grow a number of grape varieties, including Vernaccia and de San Gimignano and Sangiovese, just to name a few. Right, so the Arrigoni family has been producing Italian wine since 1913, so that's 4 generations. The Arrigoni family has been producing superior quality Italian wines from its vineyards in Liguria, which is up in the Italian Riviera to the north, and Tuscany here in the central part of Italy. We're going to give you guys a full tour, so this video is not that long, about a half an hour long. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of information and drop some cultural facts. Stay tuned.
growing already, but if we look properly, even the fruit is already starting to grow. So at this point,
All right, so as you can see, the Mediterranean cypress trees, the lush green landscape, the topography, and you could see the city there, San Gimignano, the medieval towers there, just in the distance, and you see the vines, beautiful, picturesque. The video does not do it justice. If you are in Italy, this is a must.
names in the wines business are in French language. So it's terroir. Terroir means a lot of things. Terroir includes the soil, the exposure to the sun, the prices, and then sex. This kind of wine, this vernaccia, we make basically two vernaccia. Basic one with a mix of vernaccia grape collected from all the vineyards inside the estate, and then the selection, there is this one. The grapes come from these vineyards, which is the difference between the mix of the vernaccia grape and the grape of one vineyards. Question that? No. There is one word, is a French word, because even France is a very big producer of wine, so many names in the wines business are in French language.
All right, you guys, I shot this video in April 2024, and harvest time is usually around September. As you guys can see, the vine here, soils in Tuscany range from soft and crumbly marl-like clay limestone and dense sandstone in the Apennine foothills to sandy clay around San Gimignano and gravelly clay and sandy soils in the Bolgheri and Maremma areas. They also have volcanic soil here in Tuscany, which is rich in minerals and a great area to make wine.
They come from these vineyards. We make the Poggio al Vento Chianti selection, and we produce of this wine more or less 2,000 bottles per year, no more. But they want to keep it a little bit longer because it's historical, vineyards. They just throw the pruning is a method to grow grapes. It's called cordone speronato. Cordone in Italian means big rope, so it looks like a big rope. Then they bend it, and from these main plants, all the spears, you know, the cowboys, they had the spears. Yeah, that's the meaning of sperone, speronato. So they bend it, and then all the spears, they will keep the strongest, they will grow, and to let the Colorino or Canaiolo grape, they're both red grapes. We have Merlot grape to make another wine.
All right, so we met a lovely young married couple here in front of us that you see who are on the tour with us, and they are actually from Texas, and they actually were living in Haiti for a little bit. He has a foundation in Haiti. She's also in the medical field, and we were just talking about different areas of the United States. They actually just came from Cinque Terre, and they have been traveling all over the world. And they were going to be traveling through Italy for a while, as we were as well. And we thought we may run into each other at different places, but no, this is where we saw them and met them on our trip. Wonderful people, and that's what I love about traveling. You are going to meet some wonderful people on your journey.
The north that divides Italy from France, Switzerland, Austria, and then we have the Appennino that cuts into Italy from north to south. Crazy weather. Even the olive plants, the olive trees are giving fruit now. So they will be big. olives we make the extra virgin olive oil with. So they started. So I don't like rain, but on one side it's good for the wineries, farmers, because it's a natural watering, and it's better, because then it's really hard to water big fields. And she's really princess because she stays there. Sure. A little bit snobby. Oh. From the stem. After we separate the grapes, we put the grapes into the squeezing machine that goes for instinct, so softer for the white, a little bit stronger for the white one, because we have to make sure to break all the grapes are crushed. The grapes are placed into stainless steel tanks, concrete bags, or wood barrels, depends what kind of wine it has to become. So all the fermentation is without controlled temperature. We are lucky nowadays with electricity and technology. Back in the years where it was easy to spoil some wine, maybe it was too hot, you could not help it. So nowadays we can see white has to fermentate between 10 and 15, 16, red one between 14, 15 up to 20, it's like 18, 20. So it's getting too hot. This one. That's, what is that? Chianti, that's red. That's white, that's natural. And after the fermentation of different grapes, some will replace and stay here, some will move into the barrels. So you have to differentiate the barrels, depending on the size. Cuvée, tonneau, and barrique. Cuvée are the biggest one, the big ones. Can be a couple of thousand liters up to 30, 50,000 liters. Some cuvée are those ones you saw at the entry, at the gate. At the entry gate there are two of the wood barrels, cuvée. These ones are tonneau barrels. Tonneau there are two sizes of tonneau, 500 and 700 liters. We use the 700 liters. Above, the wood going around, we push the plate down, squeezing the grapes, the juice will be collected from there and put it where it has to go. I remember my grandfather and aunt.
All right, you guys, so we completed our tour of the winery, the farm, the vineyard, the estate. Now we are going to do the tasting, which we booked directly through their website. So what we're going to do now is just a tasting of the wine. We're going to have a few courses. And then we also booked a lunch right after our tasting. So the tour and the wine comes together in a package. I think we paid about $40 each, me and my wife. And then for the lunch, about $50 each. So not that much total for two people. And right here, you're going to have a group session, but we're going to start off first with some wine. And we're going to start off with some rustic bruschetta, which is going to be really delicious. I'll put captions to what we're eating and drinking.
For about 10 months, then it's bottled, let it rest for a few weeks, 1 month, and then it's ready to drink.
So that's pretty quick.
Pretty quick drinking, pretty quick stainless steel, transparent bottle, so 3 years, no longer. This is last year wine, so we start this one. Nachos. So this is the first one, and then the other vernaccia the second, so you can taste the difference in between those ones. And this vernaccia has the typical acidity of the taste. Now the two vernaccias. So this is the first one, and then the other vernaccia the second, so you can taste the difference in between those ones. And this vernaccia has the typical acidity of the vernaccia grape that is very good for as aperitif or with some appetizer, especially extra virgin olive oil, bruschetta or fresh cheeses, because the acidity will clean your mouth and get ready your mouth for an update on typical some sediment, but just a little bit. You will not see it in the sea water because it ages about 12 months, no longer. But get the wine. This is aging properly. No, this one has some problem. Let's take out some. Maybe it's too much. It's bubbling out, boiling out. So it's the one that has to look after that everything is.
Oh, who's that?
Enologue.
Oh, okay.
There is a study. They study
Right.
enologue. You will taste the one they taste later.
Yeah.
So we live in the north, which
Okay.
is 8 hours away from all the stuff you see on the news.
Yeah.
But all the stuff you see on the news is
It's real. Yeah.
I wish I could say like, oh, it's not that bad, but it is.
Yeah.
So we don't experience it nearly as much as the south.
You start pouring the wine like this, but what you do, you don't stand up the bottle again. Other way, up and down, the sediment will move. So you just move to the other glass and keep going on. Maybe try to have an eye and see when it comes here, it's lighter to see if any sediment is going into your glass.
Okay.
This one is perfect with the cold cuts.
All right, so before we jump into the antipasta and all the delicious food that you see on our plates, I have to praise this woman here really quick, who I forgot her name and I do apologize, but she has been nothing short of amazing. Hospitality, second to none. The service, second to none. Her knowledge about the region, educating us on Tuscany and the Etruscans, all the way back to the Holy Roman Empire, the Renaissance, and the medieval times, all of that wrapped into one. And of course, the estate, the Arrigoni estate, the winery, the vineyard, all the way going into the vine, to the grape, to the wine being produced, poured, the aroma, the food and the textures and the smells and what it's paired with. I'm telling you, this has been an experience like no other. As you can see in the backdrop of the Tuscan hills there, as we're on the terrace enjoying this experience that is absolutely wonderful, and it is rewarding. This is a trip you have to book if you're ever in Italy, right? Check out a winery. Go learn about the history, about the culture. I'm telling you, it is an amazing experience. All right, so what you see to the far left is the bruschetta, which has extra olive oil. You have extra virgin olive oil, and you have fresh tomatoes as well. Fresh diced tomatoes, sometimes a little oregano. And what you see on the wood board there, which we are absolutely devouring, is pecorino cheese. You've got prosciutto, right? That's the pecorino cheese. You've got the prosciutto, and you have the salami. Absolutely delicious, guys. And you also have the balsamic right there in front of that board. That balsamic is aged, so usually around 20 to 25 years. And it is the best balsamic that I've ever had in my life. The only thing close to this balsamic is the one that I had in Queen Creek, Arizona at the Olive Mill. And you guys can watch that video on my channel as well. But going back to this experience, being on this terrace, right? Just looking out to the hills. This video does not do it justice. We took tons of pictures and all that good stuff to have for our memories and things like that. The couple that was there with us made it even better as we both enjoyed it. Two married couples enjoying life. They said they're going to have kids soon. He told them to wait a little bit, keep traveling the world like they are, and they will definitely be able to take their family along with them. Now back to the antipasta and this delicious food that's on our table. You can see the olives, sun-dried tomatoes that come from the winery, and also those yellow strips there. They're called polenta frita. It's a cornmeal made of ground flint corn. Typically, it's coarsely grounded yellow corn. And what you see here is also called crostini de fegatini. And usually it has meat sauce or chicken liver that covers it. You see some pistachio, and you still have some pecorino cheese as well, or truffles. So it just depends on what they bring out for you, and it's all absolutely delicious. We have more wine and more wine and more wine coming. They're gonna have to, our taxi driver is gonna have to carry us out of this winery once we are all said and done. But our friends had to leave. They were off to their next journey. I believe they were going to be headed to Venice and Milan as well. But we're going to keep eating, keep drinking, and enjoying.
It's for baby. It's probably a little too much. Fresh noodles.
On quick bets, and this one has this 24 months in barrels. And now the barrique barrels. And is this the one you said you like the most?
Yeah.
And with the truffle, it's it's beautiful. After the 24 months is bottled, and this one is let it rest 6-8 months in the bottle before opening. And this is a wine.
All right, and this is our last course here, and that's the tagliolini with truffles. Absolutely delicious. As you see, that olive oil there on the bottom of the plate. 10 out of 10 is my rating. 5 stars all the way to the moon. One of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. My wife and her also hit it off, very friendly, and we can't wait to see you guys on the next video in San Gimignano. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'm out.
No. Right? Hi. Hi. Oh, okay. All right. You want to scratch? You want more? You want some more loving?
J-Book. Watch yourself.